I'm adjusting this
Okay,
stuff.
cool. Yeah, feel free.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't have to talk to you about mic presence, generally speaking.
Not
so
usually, no.
Yeah, you should be good there.
I think it's just I'm the one that needs to be reminded. All right. You guys want to do a show?
Let's do a show.
Let's do a show.
I love it. Love that idea.
Welcome to Bitter Coffee. My name is Kelly Coffee.
And I'm Darek Fanton.
We have two guests.
We do.
One on mic, one
in
off mic.
studio this day. Yeah.
Want to introduce yourself?
Who we got here to my left on the mic?
Well, my name is Glad Dowd.
Hey, my mom's here, everybody. My mom is here. And then
Second time on the show.
Honored to be here.
repeat guest. Glad Douse.
That's pretty special.
That is pretty special.
very
Not a
special.
lot of repeat guests here on Bitter
And we have a
Coffee,
live
just saying.
audience today, too.
We do have a live audience joining us adjacent in the Lisa Chang seat of honor out in the kitchen here. John Comer, longtime fan of the show. Thanks for being here, John. We just got a packed house here as
do.
we reconvene for the first time in what feels like 3.5 years.
Oh, my God.
My goodness, you've been in an entirely different country since
Yup.
last we spoke.
Nixon was in the White House.
I believe so, yes.
Right.
Gas was 18 cents a gallon. Yeah.
Actually, it was back then they paid us.
That's true, to fill up our cars. Please take this gasoline. We're
Right.
covered in it.
It's never really going to take off.
Yeah.
Just a fad.
Last time we spoke, you had 2 working hands, and you've only got the one now.
Yeah, now, okay, well, we're going to get into it.
Okay, good.
I have to, this is better. I just want to point out this is better than the first cast that I
Oh,
had.
okay. Well, that's
Like, I can
something.
remove this. It's just like an angry
Kelly is
sock puppet.
awkwardly
I can't
waving
take
at me
off.
with her injured hand now.
Funny story.
Okay.
So I have to do these hand exercises. I'm at the grocery store a couple of weeks ago.
Yep.
Like I probably shouldn't have been driving with just the one hand. Like I'm challenged enough, like 10
Not
and 2.
recommended, but not strictly prohibited.
Yeah, like they didn't specifically say don't drive your car, but it was implied.
Yeah, sure.
So I'm at the grocery store and I have my the basket full of stuff, and I'm waiting on the line. I'm doing this, doing my hand exercises.
Kelly is slowly waving very awkwardly with her left
And I
hand,
see the person at the register like, hey.
Waving back.
looking at you.
And then by the third time, it was like, what the fuck is she doing? And I realized I was just doing this for 5 minutes. This is exactly what I look like.
So
Just smiling and waving. Like looking
Kelly
at
is
nothing.
doing some air puppetry
Yep.
randomly at the checkout kind of. So, first TikTok reference. Have you heard the? And he looked at me, and I looked at him, and he looked at me. It's like very awkward interactions with people. That's the overvoice sound, and like
I'm not
I
on
feel
TikTok
like
anymore.
Oh, dear.
Yeah,
I didn't feel that disturbance in the force that you had left TikTok.
It's because it happened when I was in another country.
Oh, I
Yeah.
see.
I just
see.
decided it was time.
What happens in Ireland stays in Ireland.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay,
sad.
let's break down the Ireland trip. a
Sure,
little bit.
let's
Yes,
do it.
please.
So I went for a class. It was 10 days.
Okay.
We went to Belfast and we went to Dublin.
Lovely.
Belfast? Don't ever go there.
Oh, no.
I would like to apologize on behalf of Bitter Coffee for anyone from Belfast listening to this podcast.
All of our Ireland-based
All of our
listeners.
Belfastians, I assume.
Well, what happened? So I was in the airport, and all things being relative.
Sure.
Okay, see this pinky?
I do.
Yes.
And then do you see this one?
Uh-huh.
See how it's crooked and
I
fat?
do.
Okay,
Yes, I
so
do.
I had my backpack on the back of a stall, like on a hook.
Okay. Yep.
And idiot that I was, because at that point I'd been awake for I think it was 26 hours. I did the math.
Uh-huh.
And my backpack filled with everything that I have.
Uh-huh.
It started to fall off the hook.
Yeah.
no.
And I caught it
With your pinky.
with my pinky. Oh,
God.
So it's now crooked.
Yeah, and to be
So
clear, this is the
what I
pinky
brought
on the
back-
other hand.
Yeah, on the good hand.
On the good hand.
That's the souvenir that I brought back from Ireland.
Crooked pinky.
Crooked fat pinky.
Went to Belfast and Crooked Pinky. I don't know if you've heard of that location.
Belfast was everybody was just. I think in Ireland, overall, there's always someone yelling.
What?
It doesn't matter.
So it's not dissimilar to America, is what you're saying.
No.
Okay.
Sounds a lot like my family.
We were
I
just at a
did feel
family
right at
reunion
home.
yesterday. I can confirm that there's always someone yelling.
Can we get into that a little
We'll
bit?
talk about that a little bit.
Okay.
Sure. Yeah.
But it was fine. I will say that the Aer Lingus people, the people that work the flights,
Yeah.
super mean.
was just gonna say super
I felt
nice.
Yeah, I know.
no accommodations whatsoever. Like they're dressed in this really like emerald green, and you think, well, that's a friendly individual.
Sure.
Nope.
No.
Nope.
Is it all the lingus jokes, do you think?
See, that's what I thought.
The problem?
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought.
Yeah,
but-
Mom, earmuffs. Earmuffs,
I
Mom.
wanted to
It
ding.
was-
I wanted to ding. Yep. I need a dinger. Yeah.
They're just mean.
Okay, well, that's
Like
too bad.
one of the folks that was in my cohort, when she got off the plane, she said that she got hit in the face with a blanket like 4 times. Like she was like walking by, like the flight attendant was walking by giving
With a
people
blanket,
blankets.
I see.
And like so.
It wasn't like she was like, "Can I get a blanket?" And they were like, "Whack."
And
Like,
then
right in the
I
face.
asked if I could have water.
How dare you?
At some point, it was like I asked for a goddamn kidney. So it was fine, and I tried to sleep on the flight, but I couldn't because it was. So then on the way home, I'm cutting to the end of the trip.
Yeah, okay. I love that the entire trip is summarized in the flight there and the
it
return
was fine.
flight.
We did a lot of stuff. We went to like a lot of different agencies and
Sure. Saw a bunch of art. Saw a bunch of things. No?
I saw some art.
Okay, good.
When I went to the Book of Kells. It's not my books. My Kells.
Not a
Sadly.
remote Ireland-based library that you've
Talk about a
curated.
smack in the face.
Wait, these aren't my books? Ugh. How'd you get me here?
No, there was a lot to do, and like the food was just as very like a meat and potatoes wrapped in meat, and then a potato, and then like a carrot, and then you fry it.
Here's your potato smoothie that you requested.
Exactly. Is this a pot roast smoothie? Cools me right down.
Stringy but refreshing.
So refreshing. So then on the way home, the guy next to me, because I have to sit in a window seat.
Yeah, okay.
I can't sit in the aisle.
Okay, fair. Yep.
He
You don't
had
need to be
his
smacked by blankets
Head
the
in
entire
his
time.
hands the entire time.
Oh my goodness.
So there's me on a 5-hour flight. I'm like, I just have to stay away from liquids
Sure.
because I don't want to upset this guy.
Yeah.
Because he's awake.
Yeah, right,
It's
right,
not
right.
like he's asleep. It's
He's
like
just in crisis.
I don't know what he's
Yeah,
doing, and
right.
he's like, I would say maybe. I mean, he aged well, like 107, 108 years old.
A spry 108.
Yeah. So I'm thinking, is he gonna make it?
Yeah.
Right?
Are you gonna be sitting
Am I
next
going to be on the news? Yeah, that's what you
Right.
don't want. When this
Right.
flight lands and they're going to be like, in the person
Well,
next
man,
to
why
Kelly
didn't you
Coffee
do anything? I
expired.
had a window seat. I was looking out the window. And speaking of which, the Aer Lingus people on the flight there, they made us shut the windows so people could sleep.
Oh.
But nobody was sleeping.
No.
Nobody.
Can we not have... Can't you leave that up to the individuals? Listen, I don't want to get into arguments about what should be left up to individual people on this podcast. I think there's plenty to talk about there. But, like, can we leave the decisions around your own window to yourself and your, seat partner? Like, let's make that call
So you know what I have to do? Ma'am. 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 Can you shut your window? And then there's me. Can you shut your mouth? I'm not getting any water. Not getting a blanket either.
Nope.
And then they do this weird thing when the first class people and the business class people are getting off the plane. Those of us in the regular section,
Right.
The
the
proletariat.
cheap seats, they block the aisles so those people can get out first.
Like you're at goddamn Home Depot and
Yes.
somebody's trying to get something out of a high shelf?
It's ridiculous.
Get out of here.
No. So I was like, can I go? Can I go?
Like, no, that's
And they're
going
like,
is
"No,
for
no,
the
no.
rich.
We're gonna have to wait. I'm like, I don't think we have to wait. I've been flying, so it was 8:00 a.m. Dublin time.
Okay, yeah.
I left here for a 6:30 flight out of Burlington the day before.
Oh man.
Jesus.
And I'm really not a good traveler. So yeah, I was a little bit cranky.
Yeah.
Maybe I brushed by him because I didn't hear that I couldn't leave the plane.
Right.
Yeah.
Perhaps I made my own walking lane. Oh, man, Kelly. I'm
And then
sorry.
I made the big mistake. Oh, I can't find my charger in my bag. I'll just buy one at the airport. Like I basically have to take out a loan.
Yes, yep.
I bought a $4
Yep.
banana, which was cool. So imagine how much a charger was
Oh my god.
for an iPhone.
Banana was $4, so that's like 89 cents, and so that's the exchange rate you're at.
Yeah.
So like an iPhone charger was like $26.
Yeah. No, it was much more.
Oh my goodness.
I think it was like $47.
Jeez,
Yeah.
crow.
Yeah, don't tell Michelle. Michelle, just skip over this part.
Right.
Anyway.
Retroactively ignore that.
Yeah. So I mean, it was fine, and then I came home and rested for 4 days.
Yeah.
What
As
better
one needs
time to
to.
have hand surgery? Everybody?
Sure. Yeah. Perfect.
Beginning of the summer,
Yeah.
3 classes. Come on in. Let's tear your
That
goddamn
would make this more
hand
fun.
apart.
One hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Luckily, I'm a lefty.
Yeah.
Oh,
However,
Sure.
doesn't really come in handy. See what I did there, Glad?
handy.
I honestly did not. So good job.
When this doesn't work at all, I did pull a little bit of a Karen though.
Oh well.
So I don't have surgery at UVM Medical Center anymore for a host of reasons, but just because I don't like them.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Sure. Good enough. Yeah.
So I go to Green Mountain Surgery Center, and it's wonderful.
Yeah. Good folks.
Green
there.
Mountain Surgery Center is like the cool aunt you had as a kid.
Oh, nice.
You know what I mean?
I
Like
was
it-
one. Yeah.
See,
Yeah.
yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
You know, like I'm not going to say you can't drink here, but if you have wine, we're not going to say anything.
You're right.
know, that
Right. Yep. Yep.
So I usually
There are rules, but there are also exceptions to those
right,
rules.
like
Yeah,
it just.
yeah.
I mean, they're very laid back. They play music in
Nice.
pre-op and in
Nice.
post-op. Like it doesn't have that like clinical vibe.
Sure.
So I usually, in the 2 other times I've been there, they run a very tight ship. So it's always like you pretty much see the same people.
Got it.
Not this day.
Oh.
So you know me, when I'm nervous, I get even more chatty.
Yes, I'm aware of this.
So a nurse comes out and Kelly. So I look at Michelle and she goes, "Yeah, that's you," because I'm the only person besides Michelle in the waiting room.
Right.
So hi,
Could
how
be
are
any
you?
Kelly here.
Yeah, all the Kellys here. Raise your hands. So I do the whole like, "Hey, how are you?" Nothing.
Oh no. Oh no.
What do you haven't done?
Oh god.
Carpal. And I was like, I don't know what you're saying. So then I look at the
I'm
receptionist.
not in the field.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's not what I do. Oddly enough, I look at the receptionist and she's like, "Yeah, good luck." So I try again. It was like, "Hey, how's your day?"
Yeah.
Her response: "It's only 7:30."
Oh.
You're a fucking monster. So she said, and I said, "Oh, I had a cold," and they said maybe I would have to take a COVID test. Why would you need to do that?
Again, I don't work here.
What do you haven't done? And I was like, "Isn't that in the chart?" You're kind of like waving around like a weapon.
Right.
So then I just stopped.
Okay. Yeah.
And I put my hand like on like the like on the bed in pre-op, and I said, let's talk about it right now. Are you having a bad day?
Did you really?
I did.
I love it.
I love this.
Why would you ask that? And I said, well, because you're really aggressive.
Yeah.
You're really mean.
Sure.
I'm already nervous.
Yeah.
This isn't going to work out between us.
Yeah.
Right.
And she said, well, what do you want me to do? Go get another nurse? I'm like, that'd be great.
If that's on the table, I will take it.
So then another nurse came in 2 minutes later and she's like, I'm sorry. It happens all the time. I'm like, So then I get super nervous. And so they made me, like, for 2 days, they said, wash your hands, wash your hands, wash your hands. Like,
Yeah.
this is new.
Yeah. Right.
Right.
So I get there and they said, can you wash your hands? I'm like, I just
Just
did
did.
that for like the last 48 hours.
Yeah, yeah.
Can you do it again?
Yeah.
I have it committed to memory now. I've been washing my hands for 2 days. This is it.
Yep.
So there's a photo above this screen above like where the nurses are
Okay.
in pre-op.
Yep.
Okay.
I have to do the thing because I saw one of the photos and I said, do you know where that photo comes from? Because it's a photo of a bunch of umbrellas.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they were like,
You
"Oh."
recognize the hospital art, and you then had to.
No, I took the same picture from a different angle when I was in Dublin.
Oh my goodness! Oh,
But you know what that turned into?
Oh God!
Well, I know that because I was in.
And she's nervous.
Let
and
me
I
tell you
just
my
stopped
whole life
exactly, and I was
history.
like, "I'm sorry, I'm just really nervous." So that was that. I came home, and my arm had no feeling because they gave me a nerve block.
Right, sure, yeah.
Don't recommend getting a nerve block ever.
Had one.
They sedate you before they give you the nerve block.
Right, so you go in with an operational appendage and you come out without one.
They gave me sedation for the nerve block, and then once it hit me, I was like, "Oh, no wonder you gave me sedation. This really fucking hurts.
Sucks. Yeah.
Damn."
Yep.
And they're like, "All right, lady." So then Michelle comes and picks me up, and I'm a little delirious. I can't feel my arm. So in my head, for 13 hours, I thought my arm was in a sling.
Right.
With a cast.
Right.
Half the time, I'd fall asleep and it's flailing all over the place.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
But I had no feeling. I had no control over it.
Right.
When I started to gain control of it, punched myself right in the mouth.
Oh no.
Like it went rogue. So
It's like that Idle Hands movie.
yeah, so it was bad, but
I'm sorry.
it's better now.
Good.
I'm gonna have a super cool scar.
Oh, well, that's always
I
nice. That's always nice. You've been gesticulating just fine, so I can
have,
confirm to the audience that Kelly's going to be okay. She's now awkward waving at John,
Hi, John.
and my mother.
Everybody say hi to John.
It's really
John
a
and our
lot like a
studio
sock
audience.
puppet.
It is very.
It's an abusive, angry sock puppet that I cannot remove.
It's the recovery
Right?
that doesn't end. It just
horrible.
goes on and on.
But yeah, that was that. Michelle said when she picked me up, "I heard you were really chatty," and that's my worst nightmare.
Right.
If I'm under anesthesia and I'm chatty, and I said,
Just
"Who
saying
told
shit."
you that? Oh, the nurse told me in post-op. So then I go and get my stitches out like 10 days later.
Right.
So I asked my surgeon. So the nurse said that I was chatty in post-op. She goes, "Yeah." And
You're like, do I want details about that?
you know what
or
she
no?
says? It was mostly gibberish. I'm like, mostly doesn't help in this particular scenario.
But the stuff you did say really stood out as not
I
gibberish.
said anything embarrassing. She goes, "Let's take a look at that hand." Like just right past it. So I think I need to find a new hand surgeon. So anyway, that's all I have.
Well, I'm happy to see that you are on the recovery trail.
Thank you.
As long as that will take. You did mention to me that you're just sort of like you're on the ride at this point in terms of the recovery. You have no idea how long it could really take to
No
completely
idea.
come back.
I'd
but
say 3 months to, I don't know, 18 months.
Right,
I don't
yeah.
know. No idea.
no clue.
I don't know.
Well, we all wish you the best, and we're happy that you're still able to pod even with one
I am.
fully functional hand.
I am.
So that's
Editing
great
might be a
news.
little bit tricky, but
Okay.
yeah.
Throw up a signal if you need
It's
a little
fine.
assist.
I'll figure. Hey.
Oh,
Did the light just go
so
out?
oh,
There
and
it is.
It's back and it's gone. It's back and it's gone. We've got the light ghosts here in the Bitter Coffee Studios once again, just blessing us with their presence.
Glad I did that just for you. With my mind, I shut off the light. So, wait, you're in town. Tell me what's going on.
Yes. Oh gosh, so many things.
All the things.
Yeah.
And, yeah, no surprise that my mother has 17 things going on while she is here for a week.
course.
Yeah.
Well, when we first came on we got here Tuesday. We drove 10 hours the first day and then 5 hours the second day.
Yes, drove up
Yeah.
because they have a lot of audio equipment that they brought with them.
Correct.
For various rocking out they will be
Yes.
doing while they're here.
Awesome.
So yeah, drive up in the van for
Yep.
a long time.
Wednesday I had Gwenny all day.
Yes, had a Grandma Gwenny day.
Oh, it was so wonderful. We went
Yep.
to the park.
Nice.
And did all the park things.
Nice, just like mimosas and gossip.
And soon.
Maybe next time.
Yeah.
Maybe when you're up in September. or
She's really
something.
not into vodka at this point.
Yeah.
She's
Which
more
is
of a
weird.
spritzer.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah.
Definitely. And then Wednesday evening, I gave Derek and Hannah the night off.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, nice.
Mom and Dad date night. Yep.
Nice.
Cruised on down to Spot on the Dock. Shout out to Spot on the Dock out down in
Nice.
Burlington. The first time we've been out anywhere in probably I don't know, 2 years. And
Did you turn around and be like, "Where's Gwen?"
no, so ironically, and I don't think I shared this with you, Mom. There was a couple that was seated next to us like 2 minutes after we got there who had a 3-year-old. 3-year-old little girl that they were attempting to eat dinner with, and it went exactly as I would expect it to go, in that she was just like all over the place. She was throwing things. She was having a fit. They were like doing that thing that parents do where they like yell, whisper that she needs to calm down. That
Whisper
never
scream.
works. Whisper scream never works. And Hannah and I, meanwhile, just tucking into our avocado fries, just peacefully, just looking at each other, smiling, looking at them, smiling.
Did you do the thing like, yeah, we have a 3-year-old too, but she's at home?
I did consider at one point as the mom was waiting for the husband to get back from the bathroom, which apparently was taking at least 6 minutes, way too fucking long. And you could see it on her face. I was tempted to lean over and be like, yeah, we have one. She's at home with grandma tonight. But I felt like that was just going to be insult to injury.
Yeah.
I didn't want to necessarily set her off, so I didn't say anything. But yeah, it was very nice. Thank you for that. It was great to have a night out.
My pleasure.
And
I
Gwen
had a
was
really good
apparently
time.
fine in terms of behavior.
she
So that's
survived.
good. Yeah, she
Good.
seems
So did
unscathed
I,
by that night away from us.
So there was a moment at dinner because she's not a happy eater.
Not a voracious eater, our 3-year-old. No.
So there was a moment at dinner where she decided that because she didn't want to eat it, she was going to throw her food on the floor.
Perfect.
Yeah. Yeah.
Been there.
That's where things you don't want go.
Yeah.
Is the floor.
And
That's what I
Greta's
did in
like,
Ireland.
Yeah, right. I mean, it's encouraged there. I think that's part of the culture. Yeah.
Damn you, meat.
Yeah.
I whisper screamed minus the whisper. and my husband Dave turns to me and he said, I think you're both tired.
Nice.
Everybody's a little punchy right now, it seems. Yeah, we have the Beagle at home, Henry Hamilton Vandersnoot. Follow him on Instagram. And he definitely is there at all times when anyone is eating. So Gwenny has learned, like, I don't want this, but I bet Henry does.
Yep.
And so she'll just chuck it on the floor.
But there was definitely some side eye involved at the time. Yeah.
From you or from her?
Oh, definitely
Or it was
from
mutual.
her. She is a really excellent side eye person.
Nice.
Yeah,
Good to know. It's genetic.
Yeah,
Indeed.
I think so. Yeah.
Gwenny, you have to eat that. Oh, do I?
Do I? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Then Thursday we had rehearsal because we have a show tonight.
Yes, plug your show that no one will hear until 3 days after it happened.
That's right. Yeah, we're going to be at Spank Puppy. I just love the name of that place. Spanked Puppy. I don't think Hannah likes the name of that.
It's a
That
weird...
tracks for
Yeah, that
me,
tracks.
that she
It's
would-
just a strange name for a place. And it has
really
been there
is.
forever.
has.
I remember it for as long as I can remember going through that intersection in Colchester.
It's got to be 30 years.
Yeah, absolutely.
Easy,
I think they might be under relatively new management or something, but yes, that place has been there forever. So
We
yeah.
started a band in 1995 called Empty Pockets, and actually our rest in peace Paul son was in the band at the time, and he named the band. He was 15, and he said teenagers always have empty pockets, so that's got to be the name of the band.
Brilliant.
So
Great, I love it.
yeah, we started that band, and we left. Of course, we moved to North Carolina in 2003.
Yep.
And since then, we've come up as often as we can to do a reunion with the band.
Nice.
And usually it's like every 5 years.
Right.
So this is
That's
the
cool.
5th year mark, and we put remnants of the band together because there's always people you go to first and you say, can you play? No. So you get somebody else.
Yeah.
Do those people know that they weren't the first choice?
Well,
And
do
again,
now,
they don't listen to the
right?
podcast, so it's fine. Go ahead, put them on blast.
Yeah,
They won't hear this until after the show anyway, so they're going to play the gig.
Right.
It's not like you're in danger of losing a
How
drummer.
do they know? Yeah, right.
I'm going to assume that John's an original member
John?
because he can hear us.
John is in the current band.
That's correct.
Down in North Carolina. John is the drummer.
Eccentric.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
Yes, yeah.
exactly.
But you weren't in Empty Pockets.
No.
Right? I'm sorry. You weren't in the band Empty Pockets. Okay.
You don't reside inside of empty pockets.
John's going to actually sit in.
Yeah, John will
for a
be
song.
Nice.
playing a tune. Yep.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
I know. I
So
can't
cool.
wait. Yeah, it's going to be great.
Yeah, so if you drive by the Spank Puppy on Wednesday when this episode comes out, know that my mom's band played there 3 days ago.
Yep.
Yeah, bear that in mind.
It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to it. Kevin Bryan is going to be on drums,
Yep.
and Tom Buckley, who is in 8 different bands here in the Burlington area.
How does one find the time for
I
that
don't
kind
know
of thing?
how he does it, but that's all he does.
Sure.
That's what he does for work.
His calendar
His
must
music.
be a disaster.
He's retired from
trying to
Burlington
keep that stuff
Electric.
straight.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
so
awesome.
He plays music. I know. If it wasn't for electronic calendars, he'd be lost.
He'd be in trouble. Getting alerts. Oh yeah, I have a gig tonight.
Yeah. Right. So Friday night there was a tribute band that played Paul Dowse's material.
Oh,
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
In
I love how I knew
Jeffersonville.
nothing about any of this.
Martell's Red Fox.
Thanks, y'all. Appreciate it. Thanks, y'all.
Well, here's the thing. So you've been trying to keep this trip a little bit on the DL,
I have.
and so I've been loath to post too much about
you.
what your goings on are. You know, because by the time anyone hears this, you'll probably be home already.
Yeah.
But anyway, you've been trying to keep it a little bit on the DL so people don't know you're out of town. Correct. But yes, there was a show out in Jeff at Martell's that was really cool.
It was
to hear a bunch of Paul's former bandmates and friends play a whole set of his music that he wrote.
Oh, that's fantastic.
So that was really, really cool.
Wow.
Cool way to honor Paul.
Yeah, so that was Jeremy Harpole. Shout out, Jeremy. Hello.
Jeremy put the whole thing together.
Yeah, I'm
Don't
gonna
know
make
if Jeremy
sure he
listens to
hears
the
this.
show. We're going to make sure he tunes in this time around.
I will definitely
You would think
send
that
it
since
to him.
Pearl Jam wrote a song about him, at least he could return the favor by listening
We
to
can't
our
guarantee
podcast.
that he's always speaking, though, based on the song, just because of the song. So
Well, he spoke in class today.
that's true. That is true. Thank you, Kelly. That was
Piku
great.
2 was on the bass,
Yep.
and Pete actually was in Empty Pockets.
That's right. That's how I knew that. I was like, I've heard that name many times before. So yeah.
Jay Hannerfeld came up from Brooklyn, right?
Yeah,
Isn't
right.
that where he
Drove up
lives?
from Brooklyn. Yeah.
Nice.
And he met Paul online. They did an online band kind of thing
Yeah.
where
Oh,
they
wow.
wrote on each other's songs, and that's how they met.
That's really cool.
Yeah,
Great
it's
guitar
cool.
player.
Who am I missing? Oh, Mike Albee.
Albee, yeah.
Who's actually opening for us tonight.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
wild.
Classic Mike.
But it was just cool to see like this, group of musicians and friends that kind of come together. Like the thing that I've taken for granted my whole life, I think, but appreciate more now is that being in that musical sphere, especially in a place like Vermont where kind of everybody knows everybody, those stereotypes are true, generally speaking, especially in the musical world. Like to see these people come out and then to see all the connective tissue between all the various bands and people and performers. And then y'all are going to play tonight. And we were at our family reunion yesterday.
All music.
Full of music.
Yeah.
Just
Can we break
people
that down a
playing.
little bit?
Sure. Okay. Yeah. So in tandem with the
I just need like the hot goss.
yeah. So what it's pretty crazy when, and John, you experienced this the full Grattan experience, as I put it last night when they got home. He had the full Grattan experience, which is that we have, I don't know, how many people related to us would you say were there yesterday at the campground?
About 200.
About 200 people.
What?
All in some way, shape, or form related to Mom and I. All in different T-shirts. So each of the brothers and sisters from your father's family, correct? Each of them, those groups of people all get like shirts made or wear the same color shirt or something like that. So you can kind of differentiate the various families. So there's 200 of these people, all ages and mobility levels and energy levels, all getting together at Smoke Rise Campground in Brandon and like just going nuts. And it all centers around like we make sure we get a picture. They have like an actual photographer come in and get like a big family photo.
Takes hours.
I can't even imagine.
So let me tell you
like herding cats.
about mulling and how much mulling happened between the hours of 1 p.m. and like 1:45 p.m. yesterday. My God.
Mulling?
Yes, like mulling, or we're just mulling around.
We're not talking about wine either.
Yeah, we're not talking about what we wish. We wish we were talking about wine.
Milling about?
Milling about,
Okay.
yes.
I was
Milling
like, I
about,
don't know
sorry.
that word.
Yes, not you.
But you know what? In your family, if you guys want to mull, go right ahead.
We were thinking
Just
about
right
things that entire time. We were mulling it over.
ahead. Okay, all right. Okay.
Yes, I
Thank
thought
you.
that's
Thank
where
you for
were going.
listen. You don't have to apologize
Nice
for me. I
save.
got the word wrong.
Nice save.
So yes, milling about. Sorry. So we were
Thanks,
just
UNH.
our alma mater really coming through there, aren't they? Yes. So we were just hanging around for like 45 minutes while you try to get 200 people first all together, and then in the individual families as well.
No.
And of course it's like 85 degrees. It is cloudless skies,
we're in the
bright
sunshine.
sun.
Yep.
And so everyone is just like huddled around underneath the trees, just slowly getting more annoyed at life. Except, of course, my mother, who is like the socialist of butterflies and is just like buzzing around, talking to people. Meanwhile, my wife, my dog, and my daughter are like,
and they're over on another tree.
They're on their own tree.
By themselves.
taking some time in their own tree to just be comfortable. And then all Gwenny wanted to do was go in the pool. And so this entire time,
I
she's
can't
just
argue
like, yeah,
that.
it's just
No,
like,
right.
can we just go in the pool?
So were people doing things like, hey, where did Jeff go? I don't know. He was
Yeah.
There was
right?
a
And then
lot
Jeff,
of that.
Jeff comes back.
Jeff's like, oh, we're doing that now?
Yeah,
I didn't realize.
No, Nancy went to go get more ice.
And then Nancy gets back. Oh, I sent Jay to go grab the car
Exactly.
before we got this.
You know
Are we
what?
doing that now?
I think they
Uncle
left.
Bernie needs a chair.
Yeah. Somebody get a chair. And then like 12 chairs show up. No, you people can't sit down. Just Uncle Bernie.
God.
Yeah, so there was a lot of that. A lot of shouting.
Anybody cry?
So we were getting ready. I don't know if I shared just with you. I shared it with Hannah, but we were getting ready to go for our group photo. So we had sort of mint colored shirts.
Yes.
So before us was the blue group, the like navy blue group.
Yeah.
So as
Naturally.
the navy blue family is leaving the photo
Uncle
area,
Bernie's family.
Uncle Bernie's family, thank you, and Joseph's conglomerate are now going to get a photo. One of the probably 5-year-olds from that group is just screaming and
Nice.
throwing a fit, and my cousin Aubrey right ahead of me at the same time I said it. We just both went, same kid. As we were walking to get a
Nice.
photo, and she turned around and she was like, "Did you just say?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm here with you, cuz we can't wait to have this be over with too."
Yeah. It was long.
It was long, and John just chilling, hanging out under a tree by
That's
himself,
it.
watching the
Smiling.
carnage happen, smiling, greeting everyone. Good
Find
job,
a tree
good
and
job.
just watch it all unfold.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, but I've taken for granted my whole life the fact that music has always been a part of what we do. Everywhere we go, everything, every time there's a group of us together, there is singing and there is music playing. And like, what boggles my mind is having seen performances of people who get together, try to put music together, don't play all that much, and then, try to put on a show. It's all, there's some seams there that you can see. It's amazing to me that like my mom's family gets onto a group of people who get together, they pick up some instruments, and then they play a song. Mom sat in for a couple of songs toward the beginning, and it sounded like they just play together all the time.
Nice.
And like they just turn around, say a song, and then play that song. And the bassist, the guitarist, the percussionist, and the singer are just like
There's no
in the
like,
zone.
what key is that?
No,
in?
it's just like it just happens, and that's unreal to
pretty
me. And so I feel very lucky. I just want to say it was, again, being there, I was just like, this is pretty cool. This is pretty
When your
cool.
Uncle Brian and Aunt Kelly and Uncle Jim and me got up.
Yeah.
It was cold chills,
it's
cold
amazing
Nice.
what singers who have been singing together their whole lives can
chills.
do.
We don't live near each other anymore.
Right.
So
They just kind of pick up where they left
Yeah,
off.
just pick up where they live on.
Wow, that's amazing.
It's lovely.
So cool. So we've been fortunate to host my mom and my stepdad Dave and John at our place this weekend, and
I don't
it's
know if
been
Hannah
super
thinks
fun.
that's fortunate.
No, it's been great. You all are fantastic house guests. You
I
do
bet.
not make it difficult to host you
Well, I
whatsoever.
did make
so thank you
cookies
for
and
that.
blueberry
Yes,
muffins,
that helps.
so-
The food helps
Get
for
your
sure.
foot in the door anyway.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
And Gwenny has had a great time performing for you all while you've been here.
Perfect.
Always on stage, baby Guinevere. So that's been great. So yeah, it's been great to have you. And I'm glad that we
you
could
so
get you
much.
around to be on the pod again. So
Yes,
this
I
is
really
great.
appreciate it, Kelly. Thank you.
Oh my gosh. And you know what? End of an era.
Yeah, right? So you're really like kind of closing out the Bitter Podcast Studios to a certain extent, because as we work to try to get things remote figured out, because
Yeah, how's that?
Listen, okay,
We've got time.
I've got
that
people
Derek's
staying at my house, okay? I
Right.
can't be
Obviously,
expected.
Derek's responsibility to
Yeah, I
figure
don't-
out the remote. Okay.
Yeah. I don't-
I've got 2 top candidates of software packages that we're going to look into. But
Okay.
yes, but you all are.
After a furious search. It's down to the final 2. This is when it really
Listen,
gets exciting.
They've got to put a bid in, and we'll figure out
That's
who gets
it.
the right and honor of our new podcasting software. But yes, we will be doing it remotely because y'all are headed out of town
Headed
in the
out of
relatively
town.
near future. It's
Yeah.
been a crazy busy couple of weeks and months for y'all.
End of September.
End of September.
Yeah.
Wow.
So we closed on
Look out, Rye, New Hampshire.
this house.
It's happening.
Friday.
Yeah.
And we closed, Michelle, because I'm not going.
You've been
Wait, really?
you've been
That-
disinvited.
I didn't mean to give out a because I don't care or I wasn't invited vibe. No, I have to be here and we don't both have to be there.
Right.
We were both at the closing for this house. That was enough. That was plenty. Because if Michelle was thinking like maybe Kelly can't know. Like I tried to be funny.
Yeah.
With the attorney.
Sure.
I've never met him before.
Attorneys, world renowned for their sense of humor.
Oh, definitely.
So I did the thing, and I was telling you all this earlier. I did the thing, we're like maybe 75% done.
Yeah.
Just signing document after document.
Right.
So the attorney says, oh, this one just states that you're selling this home and it's your decision. You weren't coerced. Me, wait a minute. You know what I mean? Like, just like that in like a finger gun.
Finger guns. And Kelly is making finger guns in studio, can confirm.
And the attorney said, yeah, some lawyers have a sense of humor and some don't. And it just hung in the room. I'm like, what do you do with that?
Just laid that stink fish on you right there and was like...
no response.
I was thinking fart smell.
Yeah, it was just lingering.
Punch me in the face next time. With my own dead limb. For Christ's sake. Yeah.
It's a weird way to pronounce fuck you. Right. That's a really long way to pronounce it. I don't know why you'd use so many syllables.
Wait. You're an attorney. You learned Latin. That's what it is.
That's attorney for shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wanted nothing to do with me. No. And even Michelle's like, can we just get the hell out of here?
But then obviously it sped right up from there.
Yeah.
Oh, lightning fast. You know what? You don't need to sign in, lady. I'll just copy your signature.
You just broke out a stamp out of your purse and you're like,
yeah.
Let's just go.
Let's just get the hell out of here. No, it was fine. I will say this. I want to keep you guys on schedule. However,
I have something else to share.
Got this in my doorknob yesterday.
Maybe we'll post a picture on social media.
You're gonna have to.
What is that, Kelly? What is that? If you were to broadly explain what you're looking at right now.
It's a note from Jesus. That was hanging on my doorknob.
Uh-huh. Direct from Jesus.
So, okay. So it was hanging on my doorknob. And I do the thing, instead of just like taking it off my doorknob and throwing it away, what the fuck do these people think they are? Like they're still in the area. Like I'm looking up and down the street.
Where are they?
Right?
You're waving it in the air. Waving it in the air.
You stay off my lawn. So it says, looking for a church to call home? No.
You put this on my doorknob. I have a place to live.
I want you to read this verbatim.
Oh, dear.
Just the white part.
We're living in a confusing time.
No.
There is a place where truth
read it again. Look at the punctuation.
We are living... we are living in a confusing time?
Huh?
That's a great
point.
No, why would you
We're
think
living
that?
in a confusing time?
Are we?
Whom should we believe?
Mm-hmm. Jesus. There's no Twitter for Jesus. There's no Instagram. There's no TikTok for Jesus.
Oh, wait, there probably is.
Because
I looked on the other side. You think, oh, yeah, his contact info will be on the back. So,
at Jesus.
Right. Jesus at Jesus.com.
He's a .org, let's be clear. Yeah. Jesus is a .org.
Or a net.
Yeah.
Right? Sweet baby Jesus at sweetbabyjesus.net. So it says, be our
Your
guest.
Lord and Savior at God.God.
Wow.
It's the only one on that domain. Just God.God.
We should buy the Jesus app. Please be our guest this Saturday morning. Service times 9:30, 10:30, 12:30. Wednesday at 7 p.m.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
And then there's a Bible study.
Sounds like Baptist.
Yep. You know what? Get what's the email?
There isn't one.
Oh, at the very bottom, there's something.
Oh, visit our website. Sorry.
Oh, website.
I was looking at the person with outstretched arms and a joyous look on their face.
Please note, this is not a picture of Jesus.
Visit our website at First Baptist VT.
There you go, First Baptist VT. Mom has lived in the South long enough that she can identify which denomination the particular messaging is coming from.
That's correct. Just when you threw in Wednesday, that was the clue.
And we just missed the 10:30 service.
Oh, darn it. Darn it. Well, they can tune into the show on Wednesday, and then 7 p.m. that night they can head to service.
You're going to keep that. You're going to hold on to that,
No, I don't think so. I'm trying to figure this out, though.
The guy on the rock with the outstretched arms?
Yeah.
Ta-da.
Yeah.
Ta-da!
He just climbed that mountain, and he's goddamn proud of himself.
Did you ever see, which Rocky is it? Drago! Right?
If he dies, he dies. Yeah.
Anyway, so I've been home, kind of watching some TV.
No.
And I did go back to work the Monday after my surgery.
Oh, wow.
But then, complained to Michelle every 2 minutes.
Sure.
I would.
But it was fine. I needed to get out of the house because Michelle wanted me to get out of the house. So I found this show that I've been watching in my downtime.
Okay.
Have you seen the show Blown Away?
Is that the glass blowing show?
You're goddamn right, it is.
Yes, I have ripped through the first season of Blown Away.
We watched season 2 first.
Okay, good. Yep.
But then it kind of ruined the ending of season 1.
Sure, because they brought back the winner. Yeah.
But she's a quirky little gal.
So okay. Have we talked about my obsession with glass blowing on the show before? I don't know if we have.
I didn't even know you had one.
Oh my gosh. So you may recall
Feels like a spinoff. Right?
There are way too many problems with the blown away or glass blowing. There's just too much there to parse.
Hey, John, do me a favor. Ask me what they put the glass in to melt it.
What do they put the glass in to melt it?
Thanks for asking. It's called a glory hole. I'm not even kidding. I'm not even kidding.
It really is.
It's called a glory hole.
And I would say for the first season of that show, each and every time these professional glass blowers say that, the camera or them kind of pauses for a moment to like slight side eye the audience.
And like, do they get paid every time they say it?
There's a counter. There is a counter. The network was like minimum 45 mentions per episode of the glory hole.
It's insane.
Yeah.
So Michelle and I watched the first episode, and it said, like so and so is putting his apparatus in the glory hole. We were like, oh my god. First, Michelle's like, that's really homophobic, and I was like, no. I don't know. I think it's legitimate.
They're celebrating.
There's a chicken and the egg thing there. Like that may have been the original name.
I did my research.
I thought you might have. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now you're on a list.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
God damn it. Yeah, I think glory holes.
Diet.
Just a PSA.
Came about.
Don't do glory hole research.
No.
If you're out there, if you're right now, you're listening to this and you're going like, why is there so much laughing?
Do not go to Google.
Don't. What was that?
What happened? Something fell down.
There's literally nothing on the floor. What made that noise?
I think it was Jesus.
It was not Jesus. Jesus literally objected to this whole conversation. It was the pocket knife that it was hanging on. Yeah,
okay.
Jesus was like, you need to end this conversation. So right after that whole thing about the Baptist church, Kelly hung the door thing on the Lesbian Connection pocket knife.
As one does.
She hung it right on the Lesbian Connection pocket knife, that Jesus placard. And then during the glory hole conversation, Jesus just yeeted it off the shelf onto the floor.
Hard no from Jesus. So I was going to say that glory holes were invented during biblical times.
Oh, I'm sure they were.
But
I'm sure they were.
Now it just feels like I'm being cursed.
Jesus, take the glory hole.
Mm-hmm. The power of Christ compels me.
Oh my god.
So yeah, glory holes are now a regular part of my vernacular.
Anytime you put anything in the oven, you're like, just sliding this into the glory hole real quick.
Put it in the glory hole. Heat it up in the glory hole. And I'm thinking, if I say that in public, people will hear. Yeah. I will say that Michelle has been very tolerant because I will say, ask me what they put the glass in to heat it up. And John, I let you complete the whole question with Michelle. I'm like, what is the glory hole? Doesn't matter where we are. But
we need to have T-shirts made. Ask me where they put the glass when they do glass blowing.
Ask me about my glory hole.
No. That's going to get a whole different audience to respond.
Hotgloryholes.com.
Again, do not Google this.
Sorry, .org.
Gloryhole.god.
But Michelle, so she's been very patient with me because there were days where, like, I couldn't take a shower on my own.
Yeah, right. You've had to have direct support.
Better for worse, here we are.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know where you are on that scale, the better or the worse.
Right.
Well, you're welcome.
But we're living in it. Yeah.
And I just have to give her a shout out. She's been so patient. She drove me to work for like a week when I'm like, no, go that way. You know? And I do, watch that red car. Watch that red car. Watch that red car. I don't know where that started. And I also don't like making left-hand turns anymore.
Oh, gosh.
I will go around.
Right.
Yeah.
Long way is fine.
To get from here to down the street, I'm like, well, we have to go through Essex, obviously.
Circle through Milton to get to downtown Burlington from Winooski.
So when you guys got here today, there was a microwave.
Yes.
on the porch.
Yes, there was.
hoping
We
you would
did
address
not get
that.
into this,
No.
but yes.
Yeah.
So you pointed it out. You were like, I don't know what's going on here.
Because I don't.
Directly to the right of your front door, there is a porch microwave.
Yep.
That's just found its way. And like clearly not being merchandised as like a free item because it's on your porch, which has a railing. So
It wasn't
no one
a
from the
selling
street...
point for the house.
Right,
Oh,
right.
wait a minute, this house at 81. Oh, there is a microwave on the porch.
That was on our list.
That's
Basement,
amazing.
attic, porch
Right?
microwave. Yeah.
Done. Check, check, check. And I know that Michelle had mentioned something about it.
Sure.
But every time she says the word microwave, you know what I say?
Oh, God.
It's microwave. So I'm sure she told me, and then after a while, you know what? Screw it. So, I mean, I don't know if that's just where it goes.
Is that how like French chefs get away with using a microwave? They're like, I'll just put this in the microwave for a few minutes.
Yep. So if anybody's looking for a microwave,
Bon appetit.
it might be here on Wednesday
Porch
when this
microwave.
episode drops. I don't know how microwaves and glory holes go together. Well, no, heat. Right? Yeah. So I'm going to recommend to everyone, stop what you're doing. Quit your job, drop out of school, leave your family. I don't care what you do. Go watch Blown Away.
Yeah.
I don't care what needs to happen.
2 seasons now streaming on Netflix, I believe.
I have 3 episodes left of the first season.
Okay, nice.
But here's the thing, and maybe you could speak to this,
Sure.
Derek. What they
have a
start
passion
creating
for blown
is
glass.
completely different than the
Yeah.
end result.
Right,
It's
right.
like they're making an elephant. It's like, oh, that's a really cool shoe.
Yeah. Yes.
Like I don't get it.
The glass just does what the glass wants to do,
Okay.
Kelly. Sometimes the glass takes on a life of its own.
Okay.
And there's no control over it.
Okay.
Yeah, some of the things that they make on that show are bonkers. Like some of the stuff that they're able to make out of liquid glass is insane.
It's totally bananas.
If you can get over all of the mentions of Glory Hole, then you will enjoy
I mean, I think
the
that's
show.
the draw. Right?
Come for the Glory Hole, stay for the glass.
Yeah, they should just name the show Glory Holes.
Clickbait title for sure right there.
No, it's a very cool show, but it does give me a little bit of anxiety when they break something.
Yes.
Because like it's glass.
Right.
And it's called, what's it called? The hot shop.
Yeah, they're in the
That's what
hot
they call
shop.
the
Yep.
glass blowing
Yep.
studio.
Yeah.
And they break stuff all the time.
Yes.
Every time. You know what I do? Like my grandmother does.
There is an anxiety level to like,
my
and
God.
they've got to take it off of the apparatus that they use to build it with. And
called
there's
a punty.
The punty, and they literally have to like hit the punty to get the piece of glass off of it.
Yes.
And the music cues are really well done on the show because like they build it up.
Yeah.
They build it up and then like they get to the point and it's like, and they're gonna do it. They're gonna take the thing on and then tink, and it's done. And 9 times out of 10, that's it. And they catch it with the hot gloves and they put it in the kiln or whatever to thermal cycle. But it is. There's some anxious moments where
It's
they'll
a
spend
really good
hours and
show.
hours and hours on this thing, and then that one moment could just shatter into a
That's
million
it.
pieces.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And they have 20 minutes left, yet they can recreate it.
Yeah, and then they're like, I know I spent 5.5 hours on this, but I can probably do it in 20.
Yeah.
And then they just like bang something else out,
They're,
and
like,
then they're like,
sweaty.
oh, it's good. It's good.
Super
Yeah.
sweaty.
Oh, yeah.
It's
Hot in there.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
crazy. It's great. It's
Glory holes are hot.
What's wrong with your bell?
I'm muting it because there's just no amount of ringing.
It's just not.
There you go.
What else you got?
How do we move on from glory holes, Kelly?
Do we?
You have backed us into this corner, and all there are here are glory holes. So I think maybe we just wrap it the fuck up.
Happy holidays, everybody.
Celebrate your independence
Oh, what?
from whatever's ailing you. Was there anything else pressing you wanted to get to before we let Glad and John get on with their days?
No.
All right.
I didn't mean it that way. No.
No.
No, I'm trying to multitask.
Okay.
And I don't know how to do that.
Oh, you were opening up your notes to get
was
to the
opening up.
sponsorship piece, and there was no.
Sure
there no- Mom, anything else that you wanted to do? Say, shout out, promote again retroactively because this is going up Wednesday.
I think we should shout out to one of your super fans in North Carolina, Shelly Stevens.
Oh yeah,
Shelley.
Shelly. Hey, Shelly. Good. Thank you so much for your continued support. And thank you to everybody, by the way, who has continued to ask me, like, when are you doing the next show? Hey, missing the show. When's the show coming back? I'd love to hear it. I know that my boss, Lindsay, has been very eager for us to do another recording.
I just do this.
Understanding, but encouraged, yes.
Point to my hand.
Kelly's just holding up her hand and pointing it to him, like, listen, what do you want us to do?
Although somebody at work the other day, one of my friends at work said, yeah, what's going on with that?
The show or your hand?
The show.
Okay.
Yeah, they don't care about my hand.
Yeah, okay. Just making sure.
I mentioned the podcast. Yeah, what's going on with that?
What's going on with that?
We're in a meeting right now. It's probably not the best time to bring that up. And then I held up the hand. Didn't matter.
No.
Oh, I'm sorry. Are you hand puppeting the entire show? I don't think you are. So maybe get on that.
Let me wave to you really quickly. Does that help?
Okay. Yeah, I agree. Shelley, thank you for listening. Thank you to everybody who continues to listen to this whacked out show that we've got going on here. Thank you, Mom.
Thank you for having
being
me.
here. Thank you, John.
Thank you, John.
Here. Great to have John in studio
I
as
could
well.
hear him laughing.
I could too, and I think it really added to the show. John, we're gonna have to get a track. We have to track you up before you leave, so we can play that back in future episodes. Just the John laugh in the background. We'll have a bell on one side and a John laugh track on the other. And
Works for me.
It's too bad that Tim couldn't join you.
Yes, Tim. I did message Tim today, and he indicated that he is in the throes of 4th of July festivities. And while I think
4th of July?
so, he's a big like go to camp on 4th of July kind of guy. He's been doing it for years. I imagine that's where he is now. Like it's a big deal for Mr. Chang. So yes, while I do believe that it would have been extremely good content to get him on the show today, regardless of what he's up to, I believe he's in an area where like cell service is just not a thing. So shout out to Tim for all of your great work in future and past episodes. Thank you for the theme music as well.
I really enjoyed
that.
Tim's little segments.
Yeah, he's the best. What do you think about the new music as well? I'm curious about your opinion.
Rocks.
Yeah, it really does.
It's good, right?
Yeah.
Very good.
I like it.
He's a talented producer, that guy.
it.
So thanks, everybody. Appreciate it. You got some sponsors you want to thank, Kelly?
Yeah. Let's thank the Pilardi Foundation.
Thank you, Michelle.
Celebrating 50 years of Pilardying.
That's right. All across this great land.
It's nice to see her this morning.
Yes.
A rare Pilardi appearance.
Michelle made us stop by to say hi to John and to Mom.
She did that just for you two. For you and for
Oh,
you,
yeah.
John.
When it's just me, she's like, I know Derek's going to be here again.
Same.
It's fine. We're going to have to
I
listen to
feel
you two
privileged.
yahoos yelping like freaking hyenas in there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm good. I'll just watch the dogs. It's fine. Thank
But
you,
she's off to
Michelle.
her mom's today.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that'll be cool.
If you can't hear the faces that Kelly's
No.
making, but they're there.
You could probably hear them. Actually.
Maybe you could hear them through the mic, yeah.
Let's thank Doggy Styles.
Yes, thank you, Doug Styles, as always.
Located at 925 Roosevelt Highway in Colchester.
Best name ever.
Yep.
It is,
Great
right?
name. Great name. Just went all in on it. They
Yeah.
were like, we know, but it's fine.
Yep.
It's not called glory holes, for Christ's sake. It's fine.
Thank you for calling Glory Holes. Hi. You've reached Glory Holes. We're with another customer.
All of our associates are currently busy.
Please remain
hold.
on the line.
Please remain on the line for the next available glory holer.
Glory Hole list. But Doggy Styles anyway.
They're going to cancel their non-sponsorship next episode.
87. Also want to thank, and I believe they are in the midst of maybe moving to a new location.
Ooh, interesting.
Yep.
Will they not be in Virginia's anymore?
I think they're going to be in Virginia's, just different part of Virginia's.
Okay, God, thank God. I
But for the time being,
yeah.
because I have not been told otherwise, I want to thank Green Mountain Foster Bikes, giving rebuilt and donated bikes to foster kids in Vermont. They are located at 10 North Main Street in what town?
That's Virginia's.
Also, the home of home. Why? Every single. Also, the home.
Also, the home of
Went
little
to
city cycles.
Montreal. It's that Irish accent that just came back. Home. Also, the home. I did so well on that for so long. It's age.
I just love the fact that they give bikes to foster children.
Yeah.
I think that's
So
amazing.
cool.
It's super cool.
We don't just let anyone sponsor us for free on the show.
That's right.
Yeah, we do not.
It's really
We are
important.
very,
They're,
very
like,
picky.
Yeah, they're committed to what they're doing.
Also, the home of Little City Cycles, a place to find your new friend in a magic bike.
Unicorn bike, right?
yeah, unicorn bike. Exactly. You got it.
Want to thank Tim Chang
Thank you, Tim.
for the intro and outro music. John, thank you so much. Glad, thank you so
Good
much.
audience. Thank you.
Kelly, thank you so much for everything.
Kelly.
This is great. Thank you for
you're
hosting us here
amazing.
today.
You're welcome. She's in tears
Getting a
now.
little verklempt.
I don't know what to do. And glad we won't see you back at this location.
Right.
Oh.
But I'm going to drag both of you. I'm going
Yes.
to drag everybody, your whole band. I'm going to drag you to New Hampshire.
We could do it. We could do some live
That would be
music
cool.
on
Some
that.
would be
live
amazing.
music.
Neighbors
I'd like
would
that.
love that. Thanks again, everybody. Thank you for listening. We will talk to y'all again in 2 weeks. Take care, everybody.
Stay fresh, cheese bags.